Hello, my name is Cami Wilkie. I own an online coaching business called EDC Fit. It stands for Envision, Decide, Conquer. And right now, our country and our entire world is in the midst of the coronavirus. A lot of us are being restricted towards our homes right now. Our gyms are shut down. And I put together a list of 10 ways for you to stay on track while at home, because a lot of times, a lot of us are in the middle of our fitness journey, and when we're taken out of our normal routine or restricted from access to our normal resources, it can be difficult to stay on track. So I'm going to share my screen here and go over these 10 ways for you to stay on track while at home. Okay, so we're going to read through them first, and then I'm going to go into each individual one. So number one, focus on your overall daily movement. Number two, start with your nutrient-dense foods first when you're approaching a meal. Number three, try not to fall into a scarcity mindset. Number four, be sure you're staying hydrated. Number five, consider a multivitamin or a multivitamin pack. Number six, embrace at-home workouts. Number seven, get adequate amounts of sleep. Number eight, don't forget to unplug and to de-stress. Number nine, stay mindful about balance and portions. And number 10, remember that this is only temporary. So I know we just went through those, but hang on, because I'm going to give you guys some action steps for each one of these options to stay on track at home. So number one, focusing on your overall daily movement. A lot of us now have gyms that are closed right now. And so we are taking our fitness from the gym into our home. And so what I personally am focusing on and encouraging my clients to focus on too is a daily step goal. To elevate your overall movement just a little bit will have a huge impact on how much calories you're burning throughout the day, rather than just 1 hour in a gym session or a workout session at home. So you can do that by incorporating a daily step goal. I personally am aiming for over 10,000 steps a day. You can take walks outside if you're comfortable doing so. You can set a timer on your phone to move every single hour for just a few minutes. You can do activity during the commercials while you're watching Netflix or television. You can do jumping jacks, little bursts of movement just at random points throughout the day. You can walk around while talking on the phone. These are just a few ideas to help kind of get some creative ideas going as to how you can get more movement in while we are confined to our homes or limited in our movement outside of our homes. Number two, starting with nutrient-dense foods first when you're approaching your meals. So a lot of us right now, or a lot of people right now, I know, are really focusing on like long-term shelf life food, but the reality is that grocery stores are going to be staying open during this time. So we are going to have continued access to really nutrient-dense food options like fruits, vegetables, whole grain options, meat, poultry, eggs. All of those things are really amazing nutrient-dense options. So when you're approaching a meal, I encourage you to start with your vegetable and then build your meal out around that. I'll give you guys some examples here in just a moment. You can also hide your nutrients. If you hate the taste of broccoli, then don't make yourself eat just broccoli by itself. Add some salsa to it, add some cheese, add some spices to your food, make it enjoyable. And then also make macro-friendly swaps when possible. This is kind of what I'm talking about when I'm saying start with your vegetable. So for example, if you're wanting to have pasta, something that I know that a lot of people are really going for right now because it's really affordable. It's something that lasts a long time on the shelf, but it does have a lot of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are amazing, but if we have too much of them, it can lead to us having too many overall calories, and too many calories, as we all know, makes us gain weight. So macro-friendly swaps. If you're wanting to have some pasta, I am not saying don't have the normal noodle. What I am saying is you could have half the amount of noodles you were going to have, and then in place of that, add some zucchini noodles. Zucchini is one of those awesome foods that takes the flavor of the food that it's surrounded by. You can add zucchini into your oatmeal, which is one of my favorite things to do. You can add zucchini, like I just mentioned, to your pasta. It will taste like legitimate noodles. I love doing both of those things. It helps me to save macros, save calories, and to add in more nutrients, and then also add a lot of volume to my food, so I'm eating more for less calories, which keeps me full. Cauliflower is another one of those foods that's really versatile. You can use this in pizza crust, you can use this in rice. It adds a lot of nutrients, a lot of volume, and not very many calories. Egg whites is another option. You can use this in addition to your normal eggs. So if you wanted to have 4 scrambled eggs in the morning, you could have 2 scrambled eggs and 2 egg whites. Egg whites are also a great way to hide protein. You can add egg whites to, you can just have like an egg white omelet. You can add egg whites to your oatmeal. Just a really great way to reduce calories, still get that same effect of having like eggs, and then hide some protein too. It also adds a lot of volume. I think there's like 17 calories for 1 egg white, so it's basically nothing. Number 3, try not to fall into a scarcity mindset. You guys, the country and the world right now is in a state of scarcity when it comes to our mindset. And this is something that I talk with my clients a lot about as it pertains to food, but it's more than just food. It's scarcity with toilet paper. It's scarcity with dish soap, with normal soaps, or like antibacterial soaps. It's hand sanitizer, it's shampoo, it's food, right? And so here's the cycle that we fall into. We usually start with some level of restriction or lack of, whether that is reality, something that we're placing on ourselves, or something that we're just perceiving. We are potentially perceiving that there's going to be a lack of toilet paper, whether that was actually true or not, okay? Or restriction in the form of dieting, when we restrict calories. A restriction or a lack of is usually how it starts. Then it leaves us to feel like there's scarcity. There's not enough, and our mind goes into panic mode. It goes into survival mode because your brain's job is to keep you alive no matter what. So if we feel that there is a lack of food, or we're perceiving that there is a lack of food, your brain is going to go into survival mode and say, hey, there's scarcity here. We need to keep you alive. And so I'm going to then make you feel like you have to overconsume whatever you feel that there is a lack of, whether that is lack of calories. If we were dieting, feel like you're dieting, these are the people that are really, really restrictive during the week and then overeating on the weekends. Or with toilet paper right now, people feel that there's a scarcity of toilet paper, or there was going to be a scarcity of toilet paper. So now they're over consuming toilet paper, which is actually causing the scarcity. Or people feeling like there's going to be a lack of hand soap, so they over consume it to stock up. And then because people have over consumed, we'll use the dieting example. Oftentimes they will feel guilty after they binge eat. So then they restrict again, and the cycle repeats itself. So restriction, scarcity, over consuming, right back to restriction. As it pertains to like the toilet paper situation right now, people felt like there was going to be a lack of toilet paper. They felt like the grocery stores were going to close. They felt like there was that scarcity there. They went into panic mode, to survival mode, so they overconsumed toilet paper. And because of that overconsumption, now there really is a lack of toilet paper for everybody else. And so the cycle is repeating itself. Now those people who really don't have any toilet paper now feel like they have to overconsume it when they go to the grocery store and they find it. Okay, so it's a vicious cycle. We have to really try and step out of a scarcity mindset and into an abundant mindset, being thankful, realizing all that we have access to, and realizing that our grocery stores are going to stay open, that we will always have access to food, toilet paper, what have you right now. And again, this can be pertain to the situation right now, but it's also pertaining to the situation of like, this is not the last time that you're going to be able to have pizza. You don't have to eat a whole pizza right now for fear of never having it again. Same concept. Number 4, be sure to stay hydrated. So In the past, I've also created a freebie where people can understand how much water they should be drinking. This is what I tell my clients. I tell them that their basic water needs could be set at 50% of their body weight in ounces. So for example, myself, my body weight is about 150 pounds. I will take half of that. That's 75 pounds. I'm gonna knock off the pounds word and then input ounces. So my basic water needs is going to be 75 ounces, okay? Now, I'm gonna grab my calculator here because I'm not a math guru, okay? Now, my goal here is different. And why is my goal different? Because basic water needs is not covering all of our bases, right? What if we get sick? What if we're breastfeeding? What if we're sweating because we're working out? We're gonna have higher hydration needs. So that's why we create the goal, the hydration goal. And this is 80% of your body weight. So I'll use myself as an example again. If I am 150 pounds, then my goal for the day for hydration is going to be 120 ounces. So 80% of my body weight, 120, take off the pounds word, input ounces, 120 ounces of water is what's going to be my goal. Now this, for some people, may feel like a lot. Here are some tips you can use to hit that goal. Use a straw. Carry around a cup with you like it is your best accessory. Flavor your water, and then also set little goals throughout the day so that you're not looking at your day and thinking, oh my gosh, I have to have 120 ounces throughout the whole day. It is a lot more, it's easy for us to understand and to tackle this big 120 ounces of water if we set it up to be like, I'm gonna have 20 ounces right when I wake up. And by 10 a.m., I'm gonna have another 20 ounces gone. And then by noon, I'm gonna have 60 ounces gone. So set little goals throughout the day. Please, 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 guys, do not drink all of your water all at once, okay? It's actually kind of dangerous to do. Okay, number 5, consider a vitamin or consider a multivitamin or a vitamin pack, okay? So my favorite vitamin pack is the one by First Form. It's called Microfactor. It includes a multivitamin, an antioxidant, a fruits and veggies capsule, essential fatty acids. Those are fatty acids that your body does not create on its own, that we have to get from our food. And so if you're not getting them from your food, then your body won't have them. So if you have them in a supplement, you're ensuring that you're getting those essential fatty acids. Coenzyme Q10, which is an enzyme that is really, really important for ourselves and actually shows benefits for those who are dealing with heart problems, which right now with the disease that's going around, people with heart problems are the ones that we are also very, very concerned about. So coenzyme Q10 can be very beneficial for those people struggling with heart problems, and then also a probiotic as well. If you're also interested in taking a look at First Form's Microfactor or any of their other products, I'm going to be including this PDF into your guys's freebie here. And so you can click here on this link and get free shipping on all the First Form products. Number 6, embrace at-home workouts. Let me just tell you, at-home workouts are not my favorite thing. And they're not necessarily the favorite thing of my clients either. But right now, some of us, that's all we have. So we can either choose to not work out at all or to use what we do have. And that's what I'm going to do. So I am going to be using Tabatas. Tabata is a really, really great circuit style training that is keeping your heart rate elevated. It allows you to combine weight training and cardio, burning more calories in less time. It's really, really efficient way to work out. So what is a Tabata? Like I mentioned, it's a circuit style training. It is comprised of 20 seconds of exercise, 10 seconds of rest, and that's one round, okay? There's 8 total rounds for a total of 4 minutes, and that is one Tabata. I am going to be doing anywhere from like 4 to 8 Tabatas per day. So what does this look like for an example? If you were doing legs, you could do, let's say you didn't have any workout equipment at home, you could do 20 seconds of rest being jump squats, 20 seconds of exercise doing jump squats, 10 seconds of rest. And then you could do 20 seconds of walking lunges, 10 seconds of rest, and continue that circuit for 4 minutes. That'd be 1 Tabata. And you can mix up your different exercises based upon the muscles you're working to get those 4 to 8 Tabatas per day. Also, I'm going to mention here that I am very, very, very soon going to be putting together an at-home program for you guys with some mindful exercises you guys can do to help you stay out of a scarcity mindset at this time. It's going to have some meal ideas, some recommendations that I would make for those who like the idea of flexible dieting, are looking for some nutrient-dense meal options, and then also some at-home workouts. That is coming very, very, very soon, you guys, so stay tuned for that. Number 7, get adequate amounts of sleep. So this is information that I got from the Mayo Clinic. Adults, we need to have about 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Teenagers are anywhere from 9 to 10 hours. Children, it was specifically saying on the Mayo website, school-age children, to be 10 or more hours of sleep. This is going to be so important, guys, in our immune system health, which with everything going on with Corona right now, that is so important. Some ways that we can really, really try and heighten our quality of sleep is to develop a routine that is calming and consistent before we go to bed every night. And then avoiding blue light at night before we go to bed. If you have an iPhone, you can shut off the blue light in your phone to where it's a warmer color. This is going to help you sleep better. Blue light has been shown to like really mess with our sleep. So trying to either have blue light glasses on, which the Classy Network is an amazing blue light blocker company. Take a look at their blue light blockers if you do not have some. You can also, like I said, put the filter on your iPhone to block out the blue light, limiting TV exposure, laptop exposure right before bed, or if you like to watch TV before bed, making sure you have those blue light blocker glasses on. Number 8, don't forget to unplug and de-stress. You guys, when we are stressed out, there's a chemical in our body called cortisol. Cortisol, when it is heightened, it causes our body to hang on to water and to resist weight loss, to resist fat loss, okay? So how can we unplug and de-stress? Well, we definitely want to be staying informed with what's going on with the Corona situation, but we don't want to overconsume information, and we don't want to be relying on sources that are not credible. So make sure that you're not over-consuming information on Corona. Stay informed, but don't over-consume it. And make sure that the resources that you're getting your information from are reliable and have proper credentials. You can also specifically set time aside to unplug from social media, from TV. Some people do this in the morning where they won't look at their phone until 10. Some people like to shut their phone off or the news off by like 6 o'clock at night, but set these specific times aside so that you can unplug from the world. Other activities that you can do in the meantime, read a book, you can journal, play with your kids, play with your dog, talk to your spouse, call your mom, anything, okay? These are just some ideas. Number 9, stay mindful about balance and portions. So this is something that I think that everybody really needs to be aware of right now, because it seems like a lot of people are really, really focusing on really calorie dense foods, really foods that have a really high shelf life, which are fine, but they don't always have the highest nutrients available. And you guys, if there is ever a time for you to be very aware of the nutrients you're putting into your body, it's now, okay? It's when our health could potentially face illness. That's when that's not the time to like throw nutrients out the window. It's the time to really make them a priority, okay? So what I use with my clients is an 80-20 rule, where 80% of their foods are being really, really nutrient dense, really focusing on whole food options, fruits, vegetables, lean meats, nuts, seeds, whole wheat pastas, whole wheat breads, making sure that they're from nutrient dense whole food sources. And then the 20% of the time, having just like indulging in your cravings, letting life happen. You don't have to actually divide like, you don't have to have very specifically 80% of your calories coming from nutrient dense sources and only 20% coming from this. Okay. This is more of just like a general state of mind that most of the time we're choosing whole foods, ones that have lots of nutrients, and then sometimes choosing the cravings that we're having and letting life happen. You don't have to be on way either side of the spectrum. Also, staying very, very aware of your hunger fullness cues. Are we actually hungry or are we just bored? Boredom and eating while we're bored is something that a lot of us are going to be struggling with in the upcoming weeks, being that we don't have as much to do while we're home. So if you are finding yourself feeling like you're being drawn to eat, ask yourself, am I actually hungry here or am I just bored? Okay. If you are hungry, please, by all means, feed yourself. But if you are just bored, then go do something, go get your mind off of it, and realize that you are always going to have access to food. We do not have to step into a scarcity mindset right now. And then also during this time, I would also encourage, like, all my clients are definitely still practicing their flexible dieting. I'm practicing my flexible dieting with my macros. This helps us practice natural balance, because like macros forces you to balance out your carbs, your fats, and your proteins, which gives us really, really great practice for how we should be approaching food the rest of the time when we're not tracking macros and having that balance there. It also allows us to practice portion control. And everything that you would ever need to know about flexible dieting can be found in my nutrition course, The Metabolism Makeover. This, guys, is a game changer. So many women have seen some amazing results with this. This has a nutrition course included, also a macro calculator included for all of your goals. Check this out, you guys. I am 100% following my own nutrition course during this time. So, because your girl does not want to be eating just because I'm bored. I do not want to like have all my goals go out the window just because I'm restricted to my home right now. And then lastly, guys, remember that this is only temporary. Life will go back to normal. Ask for support when you need it. And realize that we are all in this together. There are so many of us that don't have access to our gyms. There are so many of us that are feeling nervous, that are feeling uncomfortable right now. And so ask for this support. I am so here to support you guys in your fitness goals, in your journey. If you need somebody to talk to, if you have further questions about ideas that you can do at home, please reach out to me. I want to be a resource for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this freebie. Also, please make sure that you are staying aware, stay looking on my Instagram, because I'm going to be putting out an at-home program very, very soon. I would love to have it launched either this week or next week. It's going to be incredibly, incredibly affordable. I have not put out a program that is this affordable in a very long time. I just want everybody to be able to have access to it for the times that they are going to be maybe restricted to their homes during the coronavirus outbreak right now. So I love you guys. Thank you again for just always supporting me again on my platform, and I'm here to support you as well. And I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, and realize that we are all in this together. See ya.